It's a first for TBRC, a glider. Everyone says this is fun and awesome, but is it really? Hey there, I'm John. This is Two Brothers RC, and this is the Avios Kobuz, a gorgeous aerobatic glider that can perform limited 3D and carves awesome lines in the sky. I don't have a glider review system, and I have zero intention of creating one, but I will look at it fairly and go over what it has and what it doesn't have. That way you know what to expect. So let's dive into it and see how it stacks up. Let's start by giving you my actual opinion of the Kobus. I wasn't even sure that I wanted to fly a glider. Then Jeremy Blocker, a well-known 3D pilot, told me that it would be right up my alley because it does pop-tops and other similar maneuvers. And he was right. It certainly does that. It's light, it's floaty, yet it punches through wind and flies incredibly well. If all aerobatic gliders are like this, I might start having to feature them on the channel more than never. First up, let's cover how it flies. Yes, it's a glider and it doesn't have any landing gear, so it doesn't take off from the ground, you have to hand launch it. But don't let that sound scary. It flies so slowly that it can basically fly out of your hand. A simple toss is enough to get it to fly. You don't need to be super athletic to make this thing hand launch. It's very simple and very easy to do. Maneuvering this beast is where the fun really begins. It's not stall prone at all. You can do super tight square loops with it and it will not bite you. The wings will flex a lot, trust me on that, but the Kobus won't care. It also performs really nice flat spins. That isn't something that I thought a glider could do, but hey, here we are. The roll rate is much better than I anticipated a glider performing, and the airframe overall feels incredibly aerobatic and very responsive to fly. I had zero experience flying gliders prior to flying this one, and I found it to be very easy to pick up and fly. And I think you'll probably have a similar experience as I did. It's light and easy to fly and doesn't require any prior glider experience so long as you know how to fly a plane in general and can generally avoid obstacles. If you can, you're probably good to go. Quality-wise, it does feature foam hinges on the ailerons and elevator, which is kind of a drawback on our typical review system, but this thing didn't have any issues maneuvering at all, and the controls stayed firmly attached to the plane in every maneuver I forced it into, so having foam hinges apparently isn't the end of the world. The rudder is detachable and is the only gapless hinge on the airframe. It's got nice metal-geared servos with plenty of throw, speed, and precision. They could be a little faster, but I can't complain. They're more than adequate for a stock servo. The folding propeller also does a great job of getting out of the way, and the plane makes an awesome whooshing sound as it rolls at high speed. I can get used to this. Aerobatic gliders seem to be really fun and unique if Kobus is anything like other aerobatic gliders. Landing it is also very simple. Point it at the ground, chop the throttle, float it in, settle it down on some soft grass, and you're good to go. But don't try grabbing it out of the air, that's a little harder than it might seem. As you can see here.
So close.
The wing tube fits inside the fuselage for storage, and the wings slide on very easily with no issues. You can even bypass the ribbon cables and run the ailerons and flaps direct to the receiver to set up crow or full span flaps like I did, though it's largely just fun to play with and doesn't make any real difference in how it handles. Assembly in general is very fast with absolutely zero screws involved at the field. It's a quick connect system that's absolutely awesome and makes it very fast to get into the air, which is basically the whole point of an airplane, right? It's supposed to fly, not sit there getting assembled forever. If every company started making wings this easy to put on, I think we'd be in a much better state of the hobby in my view. It takes way too damn long to put wings on a plane than it really should. Hobby King sent over a Turnigy 3000 4-cell pack to fly with, which held up pretty good. I managed to get at least 10 minutes of flying with it. SMC 2900 HV2 packs also got me huge amounts of flight time, more than my wife was willing to film, so I had to fly the plane harder than I anticipated flying it because I didn't want to give her back and shoulder pain trying to film a fast-moving glider that stays in the air perpetually. Flight time is not a problem with this plane. I'm pretty sure you can hit well over 20 minutes of flight time with throttle management and trying to catch some thermals, but me, personally, it's all about the aerobatics. So that's the only thing that I ever did with this plane, and it was awesome. I wouldn't have believed anyone who told me this glider was as capable as it clearly is. Even Adam at Model Aviator, who flew the crap out of his, I still wouldn't have believed him until I tried it for myself. It's very responsive overall, but it suffers in only one area that I can think of, and that's a tendency to snap roll when pushing down too much. It's something to watch out for. Even a little down elevator at speed can cause it to snap instantly. This is precisely why it does great pop-tops, no rudder required, but is also something that can bite if you're not careful. So just keep that in mind and don't peg the elevator down and you won't have a problem. Or do what I do and use it to your advantage while you maneuver, because it looks freaking awesome to make instant snaps. The Kobus glider is a great airframe for anyone interested in aerobatic gliders. It's fun, it's unbreakable in the sky, it's not terribly expensive, and it's very capable. It checks all of the boxes that I care about, and some extra ones on top of that. Here's the gyro gains for AS3X Plus that I used on screen right now. You might notice that the priority value is very high. This is because I wanted to feel the glider's natural movements rather than having the gyro mask them for me. So 175 priority means that anytime I'm pulling the stick more than slightly, the gyro basically has no effect in that axis. If you want a smoother feeling glider, use the same gains but set them to 140 priority or 100 for a more fly-by-wire feel. If you want one of these Kobus gliders for yourself, hit up the link in the description below, which helps kick some cash at us with every purchase at no additional cost to yourself. We really appreciate the support. Speaking of, huge thanks goes out to our channel members on twobrosrc.com/supporters, and a very special thanks goes out to our mega fans, Sarasota RC Squadron, Michael Smith, JR Man, Todd, N411X, and Jeff Baker, along with our ultra fan, TBRC fan. You guys kick so much ass. Coming up next week will be the recap of my Florida trip. I visited Triple Creek RC in Tampa and my hometown club where I grew up, the RCACF in Apopka, Florida. See you guys next Saturday.